Cement base for installation and adjustment. Metal base installation. Adjustment methods consistent with the cement base. Lifting the cement base to their places. Using tape to measure the center distance between left cement base and right cement base, so that A and B are of the size 5060 mm. The other is less than 10 mm. Using tape to measure first and diagonal of left and right cement base, so that C and D are of the equal size. Using transparent pipe with water to adjust the level height of front to back, the 4 points of left and right cement base. With the highest point as reference, adjust the height of other 3 points, so that E, F, G, H are of the equal height. Side beam for installation and adjustment. Lifting left and right side beam to their places. Using the transparent pipe with water to adjust the level height of front, middle, back 3 points of right side beam. Using feet level to adjust vertical and horizontal level of right side beam. And welding fixed tightly on the right side beam. Adjust the vertical position of left side beam. Using tape to measure first and diagonal of left and right side beams rack, so that size difference of A and B is less than 1 mm. Adjust the center distance of track of left and right side beam should be equal with center distance of wheel of left and right side beam, so that size difference of C and D is less than 0.5 mm. With the height of right side beam as reference. Using transparent pipe with water to adjust the level height of front, middle, back 3 points of left side beam. Cross beam for installation and adjustment. Install the dust cover for side beam. Lifting the cross beam to its place. Adjusting the verticality of cross beam and side beam. Using tape to measure the distance of front side of the cross beam and front surface of the rack of both side beams, so that the size difference of E and F is less than 1 mm. Switch on power supply. Start the machine to make the cross beam move back and forth. Observe running traces of wheels and both side beam track. Using filter level to adjust vertical and horizontal level of right side beam, and welding fixed tightly on the left side beam. Other parts for installation and adjustment. Installing the tow line slot. Control panel of Worktable. Rotary encoder. When installing the rotary encoder should be to ensure parallelism of the rotary encoder and longitudinal shaft of cross beam. Protection device of side beam seat, bucket and laser device. Worktable for installation and adjustment. Lifting worktable to its place. Adjusting the center of worktable to coincide with back and forth of cross beam and center of cutting frame. Make cross beam move backward to limit position. Using tape to measure the distance from A and B of worktable to cutter C. Make cross beam move forward to limit position. Using tape to measure the distance from C and D of worktable to cutter C. 4 sizes are of the equal size. The other is less than 2 mm. Using tape to measure the distance from left and right side of worktable to left and right side beam. Size difference is less than 5 mm. And draw the position of worktable's 4 foot. Hanging worktable to other side and put bottom plate in position of drawn 4 foot in order to make the expansion bolts not to interfere with the foot of worktable. Holes on the bottom line to be drawn from the outline of the lateral 20 to 30 mm. By the holes position on bottom plate to drill the corresponding mounting holes for expansion bolts. Depth of holes is more than 140 mm. We'll make the expansion bolt into mounting holes and tighten the bolt. Lifting the worktable to its place again. Connect for adjustment plate to be prepared welding sheet on the bottom plate. Put oil 70 into 2 cross rails. Oil level should be 10 mm over slide bottom. Re-oil if lower. Replace per year. Put rail oil 70 into 2 longitudinal rails. Oil level should be 2 mm below tooth level. Re-oil if lower. Replace per year. Put rail oil 70 into oilier. Oil level should be over surface safety line of oil cylinder. Put hydraulic oil 46 into hydraulic station. Oil level should be over surface safety line of oil cylinder. Replace per year. Disconnect the power supply. Up and down oil pipe for cutter frame are to be connected to corresponding electromagnetic valve according to the market. Directly put control cables of electromagnetic valve of electric box into corresponding interface of hydraulic station. Put cable of electric machine of hydraulic oil pump into electric machine. Connect oil pipes for workable turnover to electromagnetic valve interface according to the marking. Connect oil pipes for workable rotation to electromagnetic valve interface according to the mark. Fix dust cloth on both side beam. Connect the power supply. Switch on the machine. Observe rotating direction of main motor and pump motor, then to see if it reversed. Hydraulic oil pump pressure adjustment. Adjust bolt of oil pump pressure. Turn clockwise to raise oil pump pressure. Turn anti-clockwise to reduce oil pump pressure. Pressure is generally adjusted between 50 ampere and 60 ampere. Turnover speed, rotating speed and lifting speed of cutter frame adjustment. Adjust vertical rotation cylinder. Throttle for cutter frame dropping cylinder. Turn it crosswise to reduce the speed. Turn it anti-clockwise to raise the speed. Worktable tilting cylinder. Rotating cylinder buffer adjustment. Adjust the worktable turnover cylinder. Rotating cylinder buffer bolt. Turn it clockwise to reduce the buffer speed. Turn it anti-clockwise to raise the buffer speed. Worktable level adjustment. 4 points of worktable are A, B, C, D. Corresponding supporting foot are 1, 2, 3, 4. With the lowest point of cutter C as reference, measure the height between reference and frame bottom of worktable. With the highest as reference, adjust height of the other 3 points. Assuming A as the highest point, then fix the corresponding support feet 1 with A. Measure the height of A and adjust it. 2 measurements to be equal. Error is less than 1 mm. Tighten corresponding support feet 2 with A. Make the worktable come to 0 degree position. Measure the height of B. Make the worktable come to 90 degree position again. Measure the height of B and adjust. 2 measurements to be equal. Error is less than 1 mm. Tighten corresponding support feet 3 with B. Make the worktable come to 0 degree position. Measure the height of C. Make the worktable come to 90 degree position again. Measure the height of C and adjust. 2 measurements to be equal. Error is less than 1 mm. Tighten corresponding support feet 4 with C. When locking the support feet of worktable will affect the height of other support foot. Should be adjusted several times, so that the error of height to be less than 1 mm. Fitted the planing plate and locking. Switch the power to plan the square block of worktable. Put a blade in. Cut a groove in the worktable manually, with a groove to calibrate the infrared device. Cut stone slabs on trail. Measure diagonal length and width of both sides of cutting stone slabs. Size difference of width is less than 0.5 mm. Adjust the angle adjustment bolts of worktable to make the size difference of both diagonal less than 0.5 mm. After adjustment, tighten the angle adjustment bolts. Stuff the hole between regulation board and worktable legs and heat tight. Pour the concrete at the bottom and sides of both cement bases. Pour the concrete to 4 foot of worktable. Structure of machine elements. We may have a general idea about control cutter frames and elements for controlling moving of crossbeam. Cutter frame right move limit switch. Cutter frame right move distance stopper. Cutter frame left move limit switch. Cutter frame left move distance stopper. Cutter frame up move limit switch. Cutter frame up move stopper. Cutter frame down move limit switch. Cutter frame down move stopper. Left right moving distance, up down distance can be adjusted by limit block according to the length, thickness of stone, slabs, and their max travel range. Bridge back move limit switch. Bridge back move max. Distance stopper. Bridge forward move limit switch. Bridge forward move max. Distance stopper. Control parts of the machine. Main control bars is the center to control manual and automatic operation. Set parameters for machine and worktable and display worktable conditions. 1. Emergency stop button. Press the emergency stop button can quickly cut off the power to make the machine stop working. Only use this button in an emergency and shut down the machine. The machine can work smoothly when it turns clockwise. 2. Power button. Press this button, connect with the power supply, electric power indicator light. 3. Equipment malfunction indicator. When the machine is abnormal, the light is on. 4. Main motor start button. Press this button, main motor will rotate. Only worktable in a horizontal position. Press main motor start button, the main motor will start. 5. Start. Press start, the machine will work and cut automatically by setting parameters. 6. Stop. Press stop, the machine will stop. 7. Slicing direction selection switch. Select slicing directions according to relative position between cutter plate and stone, slabs. 8. Adjustment button of moving speed. Adjust moving speed of cutter frame. Turn it clockwise to raise speed. Turn it anti-clockwise to reduce speed. 9. Converter indicator. It displays frequency of converter. 10. Voltmeter. It displays current total power voltage. 11. Cutter frame left moving button. Press button. Cutter frame moves left. Cutter frame right moving button. Press button. Cutter frame moves right. 12. Cutter frame up button. Press button. Cutter frame goes up. Cutter frame down button. Press button. Cutter frame goes down. 13. Bridge backward button. Press button. Bridge moves backward. Bridge forward button. Press button. Bridge moves forward. When main motor doesn't start, cutter frame is not in the start position. Press cutter frame moving button. Cutter frame can move left and right. When main motor starts, no matter cutter frame is in the start position or not, press cutter frame moving button. Cutter frame can move left and right. When the worktable is in horizontal position and cutter frame raises up to stop, bridge can move forward and backward. 14. Jogging/linking up selection switch. If selection switch turns to jogging position, press cutter frame horizontal working button. Bridge vertical working button. Cutter frame up-down button. The machine will make the appropriate action. Release the button, the machine stops working. If selection switch turns to linking up position, cutter frame horizontal working button, bridge vertical working button, cutter frame up-down button will run by linking. Press corresponding button and release. The machine will make the appropriate action always. It will stop until limit switch trigger or press slaving stop button. 15. Stop. Jog or linking up selection button turns to linking up position. Press stop button, current linking up situation will stop. 16. This is the man-machine interface for inputting commands and displaying working state of machine. A. ESC key. It is for exiting from the already set program menu without saving the operation. B. Set key. Press this key starts to set parameters. It also can be used in conjunction with CLR key for setting parameters. C. ENT key. It is for confirming and saving parameters that have been set. D. CLR key. It is for clearing the already sizes and inputting new ones. E. Number keys. It is used in inputting parameters and with other keys to set cutting sizes. F. Plus or minus keys. It is used in clearing current screen setting data. G. Press Set key. Enter parameter setting picture. It can, according to user's demands, to set parameters for thickness compensation, time for workable races and falls, stratify cutting feed and others. H. Press Control key. Enter running control picture. Users can view the current bridge count, the size of cutting, numbers and Worktable status, and also can operate on the Worktable. I. Press ALM key. View the failure information of equipment. When equipment malfunction indicator lights, this interface can show the failure reasons. J. Press 0 degree key. Enter the interface with cutting materials for Worktable in 0 degree. The cutting size and numbers can be set. It can be set about 8 sets of data. After setting, in the automatic running status, the machine can cut according to the setting data. K. Press 90 degree key. Enter the interface with cutting materials for Worktable in 90 degree. The setting item is the same as setting 0 degree. I. Press I or O control key. Enter the interface with input-output control selection. Press corresponding key and enter corresponding control screen for viewing the component's working status, which is for easy maintenance. 17. Worktable rotation selection button. When the Worktable is in 0 degree position, selection switch turns to 90 degree position. Worktable turns to 90 degree automatically. When Worktable is in 90 degree position, selection switch turns to 0 degree position. Worktable turns to 0 degree automatically. The Worktable can rotate when main motor stops and cutter frame raised to stop button. Otherwise, it has no actions. 18. Worktable turnover selection switch. When the Worktable is in 0 degree, horizontal position, selection switch turns to 85 degree. Worktable will rise up to 85 degree automatically. When the Worktable is in 85 degree tilting position, selection switch turns to 0 degree. Worktable will down to 0 degree automatically. Main motor stops and turns to 85 degree tilting position. Cutter frame raised to stop button. Bridge move backward to limit position. Worktable turns over automatically. 19. Stop button for Worktable. In an emergency, press stop button. Worktable will stop. Automatic running of machine. Install blade for specific stone size according to the booklet of instructions, and we can observe how the machine operates automatically. This is thin slab cutting method, close layering cutting, set specifications and number of slabs, adjust position for cutting, left-right moving stroke and raise-down stroke of cutter frame, set direction for cutting, adjust cut speed, start main motor. Press automatic operation button. Machine will cut according to the set specifications and number, and stop when finishes cutting. This is thick slab cutting method. Start layering cutting, set specifications, number and cutter frame descending time, adjust position for cutting, left-right moving stroke and raise-down stroke of cutter frame, set direction for cutting, adjust cut speed. Start main machine. Press automatic operation button. Machine will cut according to the set specifications and number, and stop when finishes cutting. Lubricating of machine. The purpose of periodic examination and maintenance is to maximally reduce malfunction and guarantee the smooth production for customers. which is especially important in the heavy work period when any stop in production would incur economic loss of customers. Put oil 70 into 2 cross rails. Oil level should be 10 mm over slide bottom. Re-oil if lower. Replace per year. Put rail oil 70 into 2 longitudinal rails. Oil level should be 2 mm below tooth level. Re-oil if lower. Replace per year. Put rail oil 70 into oiler. Oil level should be over surface safety line of oil cylinder. Put hydraulic oil 46 into hydraulic station. Oil level should be over surface safety line of oil cylinder. Replace per year. Put rail oil 70 into lift pillar per shift. Using oiler to do it, so that slide surface covers with oil. Put lithium base grease 2 into shaft bearings per week. Put lithium base grease 2 into 4 transmission shaft bearings per shift. Put lubricating grease 2 into hinge of Worktable per shift. Put lubricating grease 2 into oil spot of Worktable rotate and 10 over hinge shaft per month.